Nice, man. Well, you're definitely keeping busy, writing like crazy, keeping comedy alive, keeping it funny. Do you have any fears ever of the cancel culture mob, or are you just not
Yeah, I
just not worried
do.
about it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's like I've been doing this for a while, so I've gone through different phases where I was really worried about it, then I wasn't. I mean, it never really like affected what I was gonna do, but it really did. Like, here's the things that it's made me change. For example, I've really changed my life to build something that can't be taken away from me. So now I've focused on my podcast, my Patreon, as opposed to, for example, writing on TV shows, or even like for example, like recently they asked me to submit package to SNL, and I was like, I don't want, I'm just not going to do that because
Right,
so
right.
I'm sort of staying away from those jobs right now that they could take away from me, and a lot of things like that. And then I've even gone like kind of neurotic back in the day to the point where like writing up my life plan, like if this all gets taken away from me, to try to like play that out, like, okay, if everything gets taken away and there's no way I could do stand up again because something that was like they really come at you, I'm like, what would I do? Like, what if I don't know what it would be. Like, I don't even know, but I've been doing like edgy comedy and making aggressive stuff for a long time. So I have gone through phases where that, but now I don't think it affects me on doesn't affect what I make. Like, I don't make my stuff, but it affects me on like how I design my life.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. I could see being concerned, to a degree, because you see, whoever would have thought that somebody could literally take stand up away, but then you look at like Louis C.K. as an example,
That's true,
he
yeah.
can't really perform any without it being a thing,
Without it
and
being a whole hoopla, yeah.
yeah, man. But to me, it's stand up is always there. Like I think if you got the soul of a stand up comedian, you can go up on stage and do it. There'll always be an opportunity. But like you said, it is weird times with this cancel culture stuff, and it's ridiculous. And they're eating their own. The left is eating the left
One of the
now.
reasons they're eating their own too is because, I mean, perfect example is like what I was just saying about me, but I can name 50 of them. But like, I used to be in Canada. I was in the industry structure a little bit, but like they kind of are like, you did this something wrong. We want to take your job away. And you're like, what jobs? Like, you've been pretty adamant over the past 4 years that people like us won't have those. So it's like,
Right.
like there's no scenario where if this was 10 years ago, Andrew Schultz wouldn't be like have a Netflix show. Like, this is the
Right.
biggest comedian in the world, potentially. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's not in that mix. So it's like, they want to take stuff away, but like people aren't in your system anymore, so you're not their boss. It's like, how do you fire someone that you're not their boss? So it's an interesting time for that. That's why they have to cancel their own, because everyone that's making good stuff right now and the counterculture people like aren't in their system,
Right.
and they're
Right.
doing
Yeah.
better. Like, these people are making a lot of money, and I mean, I'm doing well right now, even, and I'm not like some big star. So it's kind of like, when I get offered these jobs and stuff like that, like, you would have to offer me a lot of money to like step away from my life. Like, it would have to be a pretty substantial offer for me to like step away from what I'm doing right now and just take off a year and make a show on a network that who knows how much you're going to push it. Who knows if you're going to take it away at any moment. Who knows if, it's going to do well, like to take a lottery ticket essentially when I have something right now that I like doing that's working. So it's a fucking interesting time, dude.
And dude, like you said, for you to basically turn down, you didn't turn down SNL, but you turned down sending your stuff into SNL.
Yeah,
That
but
says a
there's been
lot.
lots of stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
been lots of stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like I have a bunch of. I mean, even like on a smaller scale, to say that how much you don't need people. I'm like, so that last video I did that did like whatever 10 million views or whatever. The amount of people that messaged me being like, hey, dude, like I run this production company. Like, I'd like to invest in you. Like, we'd like to talk to you. And I'm like, invest in what? My fucking SpongeBob costume? Like, what are we investing in? Like, I don't know. I'm just making videos and podcasts on the internet, and it's like working. And then I go do stand up. Like, so what do you give me money and I make bigger videos and no one can, like, for what? I don't. What are we investing in?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you kind of don't need people. But I mean, I would like to make a television show, and that's one of the problems with this thing, because I used to argue this with comics and podcasters when they would sort of take a little bit what I'm saying now, but I maybe have kind of said a bit of both sides of that argument. But like, when they would say like, they can't take your podcast away from you, like your stand up away from you. I'm like, yes, but I want to make TV shows. Like, that's the thing that I wanted to do my whole life. Like, I was obsessed with that. And that was really like what I wanted to do. I want to make my version of fucking Portlandia or South Park or Tim and
Right.
Eric or whatever. Like, I want to make my TV show, or Seinfeld or whatever. I want that. I want to do that. And I think it's kind of, I've accepted that maybe I have to like, change my brain that it's not what it used to be, and there's different world right now. But so it is like that was sort of dangling over me. It's like, if you don't, they can take that away, and you're like, well, once you accept that you don't need it, then you are in a different position.